Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Letty. I'm a crazy makeup person from England. I live in Bournemouth and I love all things makeup. So if you love makeup too, consider subscribing to my channel, notification bell so you don't miss what I'm posting. Hello, so today's video we are playing with the P Louise Going Solo palette from the Love Tapes collection. This is the grey one, as you can see by my eyes. It's a very different palette from what I'm used to. I don't normally use these sort of tones. I much prefer doing eye looks with golds and browns and bronziness because that's kind of what I'm like used to. This was my second attempt at filming actually, this look, because the first one just didn't work out alright, so I had to like start again. But as you can see, it does look pretty cool now. I do love it. I think it looks lovely. And yeah, so if you want to see how I achieve this look, some swatches on the palette and my final thoughts, then please just keep on watching. Okay, so for today's video we're going to be using the P Louise Going Solo palette. So it's like the grey toned one. It's something completely out of my comfort zone. I don't normally use these sort of colours, so we're going to see how it kind of works. I'm just going to bring you a bit closer. You can see my eyes, and then let's just start. So I'm going to start with placing the shade called On the Rocks. Actually, I'm going to go for Prenup, this one here, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. Just go in the inner corner. I've already primed using the P Louise base in Rumour 2, and I've also used the Brow Balm and Mochaccino brow base. So I'm just going to pop that lighter grey into my inner corner. I have just tried to do this look, but it came out not how I kind of imagined, so if in doubt, start again. It's only makeup, it can rub off quite easily, so there's no need to get all stressed about it. It just comes off, and it doesn't always go to plan. That's kind of how I figured it out. I'm then going to go into the shade On the Rocks, and I'm going to pop that, continue this one basically, but pop that, blend that into this one, and then continue that like this. And kind of make it a bit circular at the moment. I will wing it out because for my eye shape I prefer the winged out look. And then I'm going to just take a big fluffy brush with the shade called Under the Knot and blend this one. I don't want to smoke it out, but I don't want it to be like ridiculous. I'm going to go to Prenup now, the same shade I use in the inner corner, just to kind of blend that out a little bit. And then I will go back into that On the Rocks shade and bring that in as well, just to kind of add a bit of blendability to the shade. Same on this side. Yeah, I didn't like how it turned out, so I just took it off. There is literally no stress at all with makeup. You just kind of, if it's not working for you, just take it off and start again. The amount of times I've started the look and then I don't like how it goes, and then, you know, I just don't post about it, because if I'm not happy with it entirely, what's the point, you know? It's meant to be fun. Makeup's meant to be my, you know, the little bit of fun that I do. So I don't want it to be stressful and, you know, work. This is meant to be for me. So because I see it like that, I find I don't get as stressed as I could, you know. And then I'm going to go into Separation, which is that lighter grey, and just kind of blend that directly on the outer. Just in circular motions to kind of bring that back in. And then I'm going to go back into Separation and then just go and bring that very, very lightly in the outer skirts. And then go back in with Untie the Knot, which is that first shade that we use in the inner corner, and just to reapply that, just because I want it to be quite bright for when I cut the crease. And then I'm going to go in the same brush. This is a Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm going to go into Ring Off, which is this shade here. So far I've used this one in the inner corner, then I blended it out with that one, and then I used a little bit of this one and Separation to blend it all out and kind of give it a bit of a gradient effect. And then I'm going to go into Ring Off with a small brush and kind of just pop that in the outer corner. Just to kind of give it a little bit of light depth. Again, same brush, just do circular motions and blend that upwards into the rest of it. And same on this side. I'm going to add a bit more depth in a minute once I've cut the crease and everything. Let's do that now. So I'm going to cut the crease. I'm going to use the white from the Re-White from the Cancelled collection by P Louise. That was the P Louise Cancelled brush as well. Okay, I'm going to cut the crease like that. Do the same on this side. What it's looking like with the cut crease all done. So I've used white. I just thought, oh, excuse that. I thought the skin coloured one would be just not great. So I'm going to go into, I'm going to use the two shimmers. I'm going to go into this one first, which is called Betrayal, and then Replaceable. So those two shimmer shades there. And I'm going to use a flat brush for that. This is all dirty. As per usual, my brushes are very dirty. What else is new at this point, eh? I'm just going to use this tiny one for now. I'm going to go into Betrayal first, that bottom shade. Just for the inner corner. Just because I can get right up into the line. It's very pretty. I'll just put a little bit with my finger. Yeah, it's a very pretty shade. Very silver. I don't normally wear silver. I think on my eyes gold suits me better. Although jewellery, I prefer silver or white gold. Although the majority will tell you that I probably suit yellow gold more because of my skin tone. But it's preference, isn't it? Whatever you prefer. Again, I'm going to go with a bit of my finger and just do a little bit like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the same brush, colour switch it, and then go into that Replaceable. This looks stunning. And just pop that. Oh yeah, okay, it's much more metallic. It's a bit of a creamier shade. So I'm just going to bring that up here and then bring that on this one and kind of bring that. It's a much more metallic shade than the other one. And it's a bit more, it's a bit darker. So I'm just going to go with a bit of Betrayal to kind of blend that in to Replaceable, like so. And then I'm going to add something to the edge, but I'm not quite sure what yet. I just like doing the top bit first so I can get the line as sharp as I can. I might go in with a bit of glitter, but it might not need it, to be honest. I do like how that looks. I'm going to go into this brush here. This is an MSQ brush, just a little fluffy brush. I'm going to go into Ring Off, which is that darker grey, to deepen up that outer corner just ever so slightly. And then I'm going to go into On the Rocks, which is that lighter grey that we used, and just pop that on top of that one just to blend it in with that silver, like so. I'm just going to do the rest of my face now, and then I'll come back to finish the eyes off in a minute. So this is the final, not the final look. I'm just going to do the under eye. So I've done this one because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I've already got lashes on and I did some wing liner as well. And I put a little bit of glitter liner just to kind of cut the crease a bit more. I highlighted using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora palette, and I used the silver, which was called Luna. I can't show it because one of them is broken. If I show it, it's just all going to go everywhere. But what I did for my lower line is I took a little bit of the black from the P Louise ink in a little brush and kind of just, well, let me just get a little bit more, literally the smallest amount, and I just put it underneath my eye. And I brought it in my waterline as well. These are eye safe. I then went in with a bit of eyeliner. This is just a black eyeliner from Sleek. I then went in with this brush and just kind of blended that out. And I went in with On the Rocks first, On the Rocks, which is just this shade here, and popped that on top of it. Then went in with a bit of Prenup, which is this one here. A bit of Prenup again underneath. And then I went in with a bit of Untie the Knot, which is that lighter grey there. So that one there. And then with this little brush I went into Betrayal, which is this shade here, and brought that like in the inner part of my eye, just to like brighten that under eye. And then I went into Replaceable, which is that gorgeous sparkly grey, and I took that, it's actually more like a silver, directly underneath like so, and then a little bit more of the Untie the Knot. And then I'm just going to go in with a bit of mascara in my lower lash line. Oh, I've got some mascara on my nose. I do love these eyes. They're really not my sort of colour scheme, but I am really loving how they are looking, to be honest. Just going to wait for that to dry and then I'll pick it off with what's it called, a cotton bud. I've gone just for some really nude lips. I think nude lips and grey eyes look really well together. I absolutely love how it looks. I think it looks really pretty. It's a stunning palette. The colours blend so beautifully. Let me give you a little close up. So yeah, I absolutely love how it looks. I'm just going to change my battery quickly. So yeah, I absolutely love what look I create with. I think it looks really pretty. Palette works beautifully, it blended so well. And like I said, not my choice of colours, but really beautiful. I'm just going to swatch them here for you, just so you can see them. Little pads with some micellar water to wipe it off. There's only 8 shades, so it's not going to be very difficult to swatch. Okay, so we've got Ring Off. So let me just build that up a little bit.
To whom should I send your message?
Oh, sorry. And then we've got On the Rocks. Just like a lighter grey. That one swatched quite well actually. I'm just going to put a little bit more on just to intensify the colour. Like that. And then we've got Prenup. This one's a bit lighter. I love the shade, the colour of this one though, like the tone of it. It's really nice. And then we've got the silver, which is called Replaced, which is just stunning. It's a really quite a dark silver, but it's just gorgeous. I'm just going to clean. Okay, so the next 4 just should be able to fit in there. The next 4 we've got Untie the Knot, which is like a lighter grey. Can't really see it on camera, but it's a really lovely, just do a couple of goes. And then we've got Separation, which is again a lighter grey. It's almost like a white, it's quite light. I'll just take this off. And then we've got the white, which is called Take Cake, which is quite a good white. I think you do have to layer this one. That's those. And then lastly, not least, the silver, which is called Betrayal. There we go. That's all 8 shades swatched. It's a very simple palette, you know, it's nothing extraordinary about it. It's got 6 mattes, 2 silvers, and you could do a couple of looks of it. I think if there was a black in the palette, I would have probably changed one of the lighter greys for like a black to kind of make it a really, really smoky eye. But I do love how it looks. I'm going to go to the school run now. I'm also going to go swimming with this, and I love how it's looking. So I'm quite happy. I have no qualms going out like this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. And you could always put, like, if you wanted to really, really be dramatic, you could put like a nice red lip with it. I think the red lip would look really, really nice. But yeah, so far so good. I love how it looks. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you in my next one. Thank you, bye bye.